The coronavirus outbreak continues around the world and here in Canada, with at least one new case confirmed today. What is the government doing to respond to an ever-growing health crisis? Has the first coronavirus death in Canada changed the government's approach? Let's try and find out. Jean-Yves Duclos is Treasury Board President and Vice Chair of the COVID-19 Cabinet Committee. He joins us in studio. Minister Duclos, thanks once again for your time. So we're hearing a lot from ministers over the last few days about discussions that are being had, experts that are being consulted, the reach out to counterparts. And we're hearing in terms of help, we hear the word soon a lot. What will we see and how quickly?
Well, good afternoon, Beverly, and good afternoon to everyone listening. And soon is the right question. My colleague, Minister Freeland, myself, and other members of the Cabinet Committee on the Coronavirus met again today, and we made important policy recommendations to the Prime Minister, and these actions and recommendations will be known in the next few days.
And in terms of finances, I mean, other countries have specifics out there. The U.S. now, like an $8 billion package, and now the President's talking about tax cuts, tax incentives, payroll tax, things that kind of give people some reassurance that money's coming their way for those that will be in need.
And again, reassurance is a key word. We want to reassure Canadians that not only is Canada currently in a good situation, that the risk to the health of Canadians is modest at this time, but we want to make sure that Canadians know that we are following the situation very closely. As we all know, the situation can evolve very quickly. It involves both the health of Canadians and the economic security of Canadians. We need to address both of these concerns and to be strong in telling Canadians that we are having their backs and that we'll be doing whatever is needed to ensure their health and their security.
Sure, but when you tell them that you will have their backs, for example, let me ask about the workers. So Labour Minister is saying today, we don't want to see a situation where workers feel that they can't call in sick or they feel like they have to. We're gonna watch out for them. We're going to be on this when they come to us. And it seemed reactionary as opposed to proactive. What's going to be done for the workers?
Well, exactly. Proactive, we will be in the next few days. Today, we had a very important meeting where we discussed those type of policy actions designed to support the workers, the health workers in particular, but other workers as well, to make sure that our economic situation is stable and kept as we go through the economic consequences of the coronavirus. Again, we are in Canada in a particularly good situation compared to other countries, but we need to be mindful that this can change quickly.
And was part of the conversation, and obviously it's, Cabinet, and I understand that, but is there a sense of urgency? Do you feel, on behalf of everybody at that table, that these actions, the soon has to come yesterday?
Yes, there is a big sense of urgency. We've seen how things can evolve very quickly, just in a matter of a week. If we had spoken a week ago, we would have spoken in a different manner. So we are seeing the health and the economic situations evolve quickly. We will therefore be announcing strong measures in the next hours or days.
Hours?
And you'll be, maybe not hours, because you might not be here tonight for me to meet you, but in the next days, certainly, we'll be telling Canadians what our first set of actions will be. But there will be other actions following that, and we expect the situation will keep evolving, because this is a situation that changes very rapidly.
How much information does the government have from the provinces? We know a letter went out saying, okay, tell us what you need, tell us in terms of supplies, where your shortages are. Where are the feds now in terms of understanding where those shortages are and what they've heard back already?
A very important operation at this time is to connect to provinces and territories and municipalities, as well as to business and union leaders, to understand how the situation is at the more micro level. So we know the macro risk, but we want to be mindful of the geographical, industrial, the different effects that we might see over time in Canada. For this to be possible, we need to be in full and regular contact with all of these partners.
But there's some information that would already have been communicated, that where some of those issues are going to be before the First Minister's meeting that starts on Thursday?
You're quite correct. Now, we do. We have already early signals of where the pressures will likely be in the next days and weeks. The Prime Minister, as you know, will be meeting premiers on Friday to take stock of the situation and to make sure that we all work together, because all governments need to act expeditiously and efficiently.
What about public events? Because there's ongoing consideration, well, discussion anyway, about certain events that have been, shut down, canceled, big concerts in the United States. I mean, we're not Italy, but we certainly are seeing a lot of those changes implemented, even at the sporting level. Is it time to consider the St. Patrick's Day parade type of events in Canada that are coming up, as Ireland has done?
Well, to answer this question relies on the advice of public health officials. We have in Canada some of the best public health officials across the world. They are key leaders at the OMS, or the World Health Organization in particular. So we are very fortunate to have them, and they will guide us through the process as the situation changes. As I said, the situation in Canada is quite different from what we see in many other countries. As the situation changes, they will be informing us and other governments on how to react appropriately.
Would you consider, or is it under consideration, to invite opposition members to these two committees, just in terms of clear communication and transparency?
Well, of course, we cannot all sit in the same committee, but to certainly have a joint responsibility to be as informed.
A daily briefing, for example.
I think it would be an excellent idea to do that sort of connections as well, as we already do with business and union leaders and other levels of government. I think we all, as Canadians, we all need to be together and to stand together in going through the likely challenges we'll be seeing in the next days and weeks and months.
Okay, Minister Duclos, thank you for your time.